Does anyone else remember the days when Rockstar Games would publish a game pretty much every single year? Because I certainly remember it, and it was quite a key and fond memory of mine from my childhood. Whereas nowadays, Rockstar's completely different. We don't get a new game every single year. We've had 2 games since 2013, hopefully 3 games next year when GTA 6 is meant to release. But we're gonna have a quick little gander at this Rockstar Games timeline of when they've published games. I found this on Reddit from an account called Who Am I Even To? So we have the very start, 1997, and nothing comes out, and that's fine. There wasn't a big demand for Rockstar Games back then. And then we have the one what started it all, the original, the first ever Grand Theft Auto. A year later, we have another Grand Theft Auto, a thrash like a skateboarding game it seems, and GTA 2. 2 GTAs in 1 year, that's crazy. We have a variety of games between 2000 and 2002, several games including Max Payne, GTA 3, 2 great games and different sorts of series as well. In 2002, State of Emergency, Smuggler's Run, and GTA Vice City. Now, GTA Vice City was a big one. I should have gone on to mention that GTA 3 was like the mega one, you know, that's what really changed all open world games, what we know and love today. If it weren't for GTA 3, you know, open world games in general would be completely different. And then we got GTA Vice City, a lot of people's favorite GTA, not mine, but still a very good GTA and very fun, a very nice vibe and atmosphere, and the aesthetic being set in the 80s, I believe, in like a Miami pretty much. A year later, we get Max Payne 2, Midnight Club, which is another racing game, and Manhunt, which was a bit controversial as it was banned in a few countries. A year after that, Red Dead Revolver, which went on to become its own thing. Obviously, as we all know, Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Revolver was the first ever version back in 2004, and my favorite GTA of all time, the pinnacle of GTA San Andreas. You know, just such a massive game for, you know, for the console and for a game at that time, you know, 2004, and it just really did expand on those limits of what a game could do. I feel like each GTA from GTA 3, Vice City to GTA San Andreas really did show a great how far gaming can actually be and how great it can be, and GTA San Andreas was absolutely spectacular for its time, a massive game, and my favorite GTA of all time. A year after that, a very underrated game, The Warriors. This is, I don't know if I'd say it's one of my favorite games of all time, but it's definitely not far off. This was a great game. If you've never watched the film The Warriors, it's a great film, and Rockstar did a tie-in game with this. And what I liked about this, you have the film, I'm not going to say who, but a main character dies quite early in the film, and then with the Warriors, the game, it gives you like it sets a bit of the game before that time period, what happens in the film, so you get to see a bit more of that main character. It really opens up a bit more, and I thought that was great. Another Midnight Club, and GTA Grand Theft Auto, was it Chinatown, or I can't remember, or Liberty City Stories, whatever. And then you go to 2006, Bully, one of my favorite games of all time. This one definitely is one of my favorite games of all time. I'm dying for a sequel. I'm dying for either a remake or a remaster of Bully. I feel like it was way ahead of its time, and I feel like a sequel to Bully would do great. And you know, just within what 10 years, the amount of games that we got from Rockstar was absolutely crazy. Again, this was at the very start though, when Rockstar had to prove themselves, whereas now we don't really need to do that. But then you also had GTA Vice City Stories. A year later you had Manhunt 2. Don't feel like anyone really talks about this game. You know, I've never played it myself. I played Manhunt, the first one, when it got ported to PS3 or PS4, and I didn't really like the controls, didn't age that well. You also had Table Tennis Game, which apparently was really fucking good as well, from what I've heard from many people. You then go to like the PS3, Xbox 360 era, when you have GTA 4, one of my favorite games of all time as well. Just completely different to every other GTA, where it was very creative, very outgoing. GTA 4 was very toned down, very grim, much more realistic, and a great story. I feel like GTA 4 had the best story out of all the other GTA titles at that point. I would definitely say this as the best one. And again, I feel like this is a forgotten GTA, not from the community necessarily, but it feels like Rockstar don't like to acknowledge GTA 4. I'm pretty sure GTA 4 didn't get any sort of acknowledgement when it came to like its 10-year anniversary, like you see with GTA 3, San Andreas, Vice City, even with a 20-year anniversary or whatever it may be. You also have another Midnight Club, which apparently were meant to be good as well. After this, you have GTA in 2009, you have GTA, the Liberty City, whatever it was, I can't remember what it was actually titled, but the DLCs, you have The Lost and Damned, and the Ballad of Gay Tony. These two DLCs are absolutely amazing. The Ballad of Gay Tony was fantastic, one of my favourite DLCs of all time. The Lost and Damned, I liked, wasn't one of my favourites, but it still did really well. It's just, I prefer the Ballad of Gay Tony, you know, how I said about GTA 4 was very like grim and toned down. GTA 4, the Ballad of Gay Tony, was like the opposite of that. You know, it was a lot more fun. You had like APC tanks, I think they were called. They added in parachuting, which a lot of people were quite bummed out that, you know, it was in GTA San Andreas and not GTA 4. Well, they made it a return in the Ballad of Gay Tony. Not only that, but like simply like the brightness and the aesthetic of GTA 4, the Ballad of Gay Tony, was completely different to GTA 4 and just made it a bit more enlightening, you know, like the party atmosphere, nightclub atmosphere and whatnot. After this, a year later, we get Red Dead Redemption. And that's what I've been playing recently. I've been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption recently, and I've also played a tiny bit of Undead Nightmare recently. Absolutely unreal. They released Red Dead Redemption in 2010, and the DLC in the exact same year later on in the year. I believe we dropped Red Dead Redemption 1 in like May time or so, and then again the DLC when it was around Halloween time for that year. Both absolutely spectacular and were great. A year after that, we got something completely different. We got LA Noire, and loads of people want LA Noire 2. A great game. I've never finished it. I do mean to go on to finish this game at some point, hopefully soon. But a fantastic game. I've played very little of this game and I have enjoyed it. Something completely different with being a detective. I believe he did something quite different as well with because you have to interrogate witnesses. You know, they had like this, I can't remember what it's actually called, but like the actors actually had like face scans on him, and the actual, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but some very advanced stuff, very unique and different. A year later, we have Max Payne 3, a fantastic game. If you've not played Max Payne 3, some of the best shooter experience you'll ever have in a video game. Absolutely fantastic. And then a year later, we had GTA 5. Great game. I feel like people kind of forget that the story, I don't think the story was great, but I still feel like the single player is very enjoyable and very fun. Let's be honest, every single GTA single player is very enjoyable, but obviously the main talking point of GTA 5 is the multiplayer. And after GTA 5 coming out in 2013, it was dark up until late 2018 when we got Red Dead Redemption 2. But obviously, you'll have people say, oh, well, you know, they brought it out again on the PS4 and whatnot and whatever. No one cares about that, man. That's just a straight, pretty much port with a bit of enhancements to it. Yeah, it was pretty cool and whatnot, but it was nothing groundbreaking. So we went from something every single year since they were, you know, made, apart from the first year. Every single year there was something coming from Rockstar Games. You get to 2013, you get that big game, GTA 5, what's done, I think it's the most successful game of all time. And then after that, just nothing and just silence. And I know GTA Online played a big part in that, and it's quite unfortunate that that is the case, because I know there was meant to be single player DLC were part of the plans of GTA 5, and we never got to see the light of day of that because of how successful GTA Online is. It's just like, man, given the track record that Rockstar have with DLCs, again with the Undead Nightmare, just absolutely amazing, one of the greatest DLCs of all time. And in my opinion, also another one of the greatest DLCs of all time, the Ballad of Gay Tony and The Lost and Damned. It's a shame we didn't get that with GTA 5. I feel like would have been potential there. Maybe if you wanted to do some side stuff for each individual character when it comes to Trevor, Franklin, Michael, whatever it may be, it would have been very interesting to see that, but unfortunately we never got to see that. And then we got Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2018, considered one of the greatest games of all time. Now, because I say that, considered one of the greatest games of all time, there is an argument that's made, oh, well, we're not making games as frequently, but, you know, you're getting absolute top of the pop quality when it comes to their games. I get that, but I feel like it doesn't really matter, because these games right here, all of these games right here, what were coming out year after year after year, were still top of the pop quality, you know what I mean? It was top quality right there. It wasn't like, you know, I don't feel like if they produced some more games that the quality of their games would have dropped necessarily. But Red Dead Redemption 2, absolutely fantastic. And again, just like GTA 5, we didn't get any DLC for Red Dead Redemption 2, which is a massive shame considering Undead Nightmare was, you know, one of the greatest DLCs of all time. It would have set up perfectly to do an Undead Nightmare 2 for Red Dead Redemption 2, and we just never got that. And you can't use the same excuse that, oh, it was like the online with GTA 5 Online, because the Red Dead Redemption 2 Online is notoriously known for not being that good and for being forgotten, abandoned, and just simply flopping. I think it's quite safe to say. So why didn't we get an Undead Nightmare 2? It's really a shame to me. You know, you didn't even have to do zombies again. Maybe you could have done, like, I don't know, vampires or something to like change it up, because we all know that Rockstar do like to mix it up a bit. But unfortunately that wasn't the case, and now we haven't had anything. We've had 2 games in the last, since 2013, so the last 11 years. If GTA 6 gets delayed, which it potentially could do, I know GTA 5 got delayed, I know Red Dead Redemption 2 got delayed, so if GTA 6 got delayed until 2026, it would have been 12 years and we only received 2 games. And considering we're getting games every year, I just miss that, I'll be honest with you. And by the way, this isn't me putting a knock on Rockstar Games at all. You know, GTA 5, absolute quality. GTA Online, although many people aren't a fan, to be able to keep so many people on GTA Online for so long, over a decade now, and still spend money on GTA Online, you know, that shows how good they really are. Like, I know maybe you would say, oh, it's not that hard, but believe me, it must be easier said than done. It's got to be a very challenging thing to do, to keep people on one game for over 11 years. That's a crazy thing to do. And we've had Rockstar 2. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do it with Rockstar Online, Red Dead 2 Online, sorry. But yeah, I just wish we could get more frequent games. I know that will probably never be the case again, but I do just miss that time period when I was growing up. I was a kid, you know, and it felt like I was getting a new GTA every year or two. I do miss that time period, and I'm not asking for a game every year from Rockstar Games. I feel like that would be stupid. You know, I'm actually getting tired of games dropping annually like you do with FIFA and Call of Duty. But with Rockstar, I just wish we were a bit more frequent with publishing games. You know, I just wish that was the case. I just miss those days so much. And I'm glad we have GTA 6 to look forward to for next year, if it doesn't get delayed, fingers crossed. But it'll be very hype. It'll probably break record, do better than GTA 5, obviously. This is probably the most hyped up game of all time. I don't think it'll flop. You know, I think if you go in just expecting a GTA game, you'll be extremely happy with GTA 6. And again, Rockstar always knock the ball out of the park, so that's what I'm expecting with GTA 6. But what I'm hoping isn't the case is that after GTA 6, and I know it'll more than likely be many moons after GTA 6 is released, that we get another game. And you know, I don't want to think too far ahead in the future, but I just hope that it's not another Red Dead Redemption game, or, you know, Red Dead Redemption 3 like I've seen people saying. And I hope it's not that. I would like a new IP. I want something different from Rockstar, because they've proven in the past they can release different IPs and be very creative and whatnot. And I want that to come back. If the frequency is not going to come back, I want the creativity and uniqueness, if that's a word, to come back at the very least. A very different game, maybe like a pirate game, maybe like a medieval game, maybe like a mobster game, a Viking game, I don't know, something just different, a space game, whatever it may be, because I just know that Rockstar would absolutely crush it. Again, that's why everyone loves Rockstar Games. I just know they would absolutely crush it and give us something different to what we actually get from other developers and publishers. And again, I'm just missing the old Rockstar games. But what do you guys think about Rockstar Games? Are you like me, where you just simply miss the past so much? It's becoming very nostalgic for you, thinking about from like 2000 to 2010, 2011 era. What do you guys think? Do you prefer them taking the time? How do you feel about Rockstar Games going into the future? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.